Yo, yo, yo. It's your boy, the boy Prodigy. Anyway, so today we're going to be talking about how I got killed in a game while I had Iron Man's abilities. And the guy who killed me lost the game with Iron Man's abilities because he did not use it. When if he used it, he would have won right then and there because it takes 90 damage. And it is underrated. Either it's very underrated, or this guy just isn't a 200 IQ player per se. More like 10 IQ. So anyway, we're going to watch this little gameplay, and at the end I will come back and talk about everything. Alright, so I ended up just skipping through to the point where I grabbed the Unibeam and Iron Man's abilities. There's the gauntlets, there's the pump, there's the Unibeam, and I messed up my loadout, so I had to fool around trying to pick everything up that I wanted, and then remembering, no, I don't want that, I want the shields, but by accident I picked up the SMG, and then there we are. Make sure all my guns are reloaded, right? So I ended up losing to some guy who I thought I could easily beat, but turned out I could have. I just choked, and then this guy lost. Like, he literally lost the game with not only the Iron Man abilities, but he also had Thor's hammer. Okay, let's see. Only reason I really lost though is because I fell. I took fall damage after using the Unibeam, and then I also what do you call it? Got caught in storm for a quick second, so that took down quite a bit of health. Because if you see the circle show small right about now, I think it's 5 ticking by the time it gets over to me. Plus I took fall damage. Kinda sucked, but it is what it is, right? This next guy that I fight though, I do end up pumping him in the face. Well, not in the face, but close enough. And killing him. And then there was another guy who killed me. The guy who killed me with a scar, and that's only because that was after I took the fall damage and all that. So I see the one guy, the guy I kill, footsteps. See his footsteps. And my dumbass broke down my builds too. I was fooling around waiting for the Unibeam cooldown to go around. Yeah, that's where I messed up and took the fall damage. I took a lot of fall damage. Yeah, it was 5 tick, and I went from 7 to 2 in that quick second. I didn't even want to go back for the heals. And then as I was taking minis, I built up here, and I think that's where the one guy kind of, like, I didn't see him at first, and he caught me off guard, I was like, oh, okay. All I needed was one hit with that scar. Alright, so now this guy has my abilities, right? This is the guy. Second guy takes that, boom. He's got the Unibeam, and he's got the gloves and Thor's hammer. Which surprisingly you would think he would win the game with that, right? He's awful. He's awful. Like, his mechanics are horrible. He let himself get down to 14. Luckily, he opens his chest and gets a med kit. luckily. Like, that's the best luck ever. And he still loses. That was me recording. Well, not really recording, but knowing I was gonna make this commentary. I was very lucky that he had that mouse pad. This guy didn't hit him once with Thor's hammer, you know, so he's just, alright, waiting. Right? Like, use the Unibeam, what is you doing? That's what I was saying, like, literally the whole 5 more minutes. Pretty good beamer of the AR, I give him that. But when it comes to mechanics, he's very bad. Like, watch, he lasers this guy 90 times, bro, and still ends up dying somehow. This guy's definitely very white, you know, and he wants to go Thor's hammer again. He keeps using Thor's hammer instead of the Unibeam, when he could just be using Unibeam and win.
The Unibeam takes 90 damage.
Didn't even hit the guy. Like, so he uses it one more time.
Bro, you ever heard of Unibeam?
This guy's IQ is very, very low. And he only won by killing me because I was at like 1 shot, literally. So see, he uses Thor's hammer. Hits him for 60 white. Don't know how this guy hasn't died yet. He must have mad floppers because he's hit him for white, like for 5 whole minutes. I'm like, okay, maybe he'll use a Unibeam, you know? Because I see him switch to it and then switch out of it. Hammer again.
How are you gonna take the Unibeam?
And see, this guy was 30 health, bro.